Amp Media Production presents Gypsy Soul, your one-stop shop for letting out your inner gypsy. Join Denise Marsh as she brings on a variety of guests to share their artistic vision with the world.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Gypsy Soul. I'm your host, Denise Marsh, and I am thrilled to be with you on this Thursday. So there's a little saga going on in my house right now, having to do with the air conditioner. And I told you a little bit about it last time. I had no air conditioning for almost a month. Very hard in South Florida to go through that situation. Finally happy to report that I now have air conditioning. However, I do have holes in the walls. My closet was chopped up. I have holes in the walls, and everything has to be repaired. And, you know, doing this show has given me so much perspective on looking at things differently, because my first reaction when I saw the holes was, oh my gosh, I have to live in this place looking like this. This is so depressing. This is horrible. I don't want to be here. And then I thought to myself, you know what? This is actually very symbolic. I mean, we have the eclipse coming, and we have people, you know, restarting their lives. We have the spring, everything's fresh and new. So I really think, and I'm digging down deep here, but I really think that somehow this was supposed to happen. This is the universe telling me that I need to change things up, that I need to renew and restart, and I'm going to go with it. So instead of being sad and upset, I think good things are going to come through. It's going to be literally a new spring. So this Gypsy Soul is ready for some really good changes, and I'm ready for you to change with me. On that note, I wanted to just remind you that I did write 2 books that you can get on Amazon. One is Quiet as a Fire, Silent as a Flame. That's my so-called relationship with cancer that I wrote in 2019. And the most recent one is Emotional Morse Code, Poems from Heartbreak to Healing, where you can read about communication. They are both available on Amazon, and I hope that you'll purchase for yourself or for a friend and share it. They're wonderful books. They're full of catharsis and feeling, and I think you'll get a lot out of them. But I have something exciting to share with you. It's kind of a little secret, and I'm letting you guys know about it first. So I'm working on a new book. And it's going to come out either late fall, early spring, something like that. But I'd like to involve you and ask your opinion, since you are my loyal followers, on what you think of a title. Now, just keep in mind that the title is going to be a little bit longer because it will say poems about self-reflection. But so what should my next book title be? Should I do A, Everything About Me Is You? These are the ideas I have. B, Within, which has been one of my favorites lately. C, You and I and the Dragonfly, symbolism again. D, Meet Yourself. Or E, Looking for Me. What do you guys think? What should my next book title be? Comment below. You can do the full name, or you can just do an A, B, C, D, or E thing, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. But I would like to involve you. I'm not promising that I'll use the exact title, but I'm curious to see what people come up with and what they like more of, or I should say the most of. So help me out on that. Speaking of creativity and writing and new creations, today's guest will be appearing virtually. She's actually a repeat guest. She has a lot of things to talk about, so I invited her on today. We had a great time when we were here last time. It was like just 2 people having a conversation. And her name is Sheila Fowler. She's a romance author. She's also a mystery writer. And we will be hearing from her when we return from a short commercial break. So don't go anywhere. And don't forget to vote for which book title you like best for my upcoming book. Hang tight, guys. See you in a few minutes.
Hey there, have you heard of the new show Gypsy Soul? It's hosted by the one and only Denise Marsh. Listen in as she helps you release your inner gypsy with the best in South Florida, with plenty of special guests, with their own talents to inspire your inner gypsy. Tune in every other Thursday on your preferred streaming platform.
Sheila Fowler, we're waiting for you to appear. The Queen. It's saying no. There you are.
I'm the queen. I love
Hi.
that.
I didn't know where to look. I'm looking and looking. Like, I am so happy that you're with us today. I am thrilled to
Oh, I
pieces.
love being with you.
It's
We
like a
we have to get
gift.
together. Like, wait, we are getting together, but that's another story. We'll tell that in a second here.
So, Sheila, before the
Yes.
interview takes flight, I think you have someone to introduce to us.
Oh,
A
you
little,
want
a
to talk
little
to this
fritter.
little guy? You want to come over here, bro? Come here. Okay. This is
Oh,
Hoagie. Now,
so
Hoagie's on
precious.
a lot of my books, and it's kind of funny. I do. Oh, yes, he's a lover. I do love to put Hoagie in my books as well. So he gets to, whenever there's a story about a dog, it's mostly going to be about this guy. So I
Is
love
he
you,
camera
Hoagie.
shy?
He is a little camera shy. Look at him, he's like hiding back here. Are you going to be okay? Yes, you are.
We're
Okay.
getting side eye.
No,
Bye,
he does that a
Hoagie.
lot. So.
I always get
But he's
hungry
gonna.
when I say that.
Oh yes, he is a hot dog, so that makes sense.
So, Sheila,
Yeah.
you have two very big events going on almost simultaneously. And I'm actually involved in one of them, so I am going to toot my own horn with that one. And I'm going to give
Okay.
you the floor to talk about your book first, your steamy
Okay.
book.
Oh, so we're going to talk about my newest book, which the last time I was here, we talked. We had the picture of it. So now I have the book itself. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I'll do it this one.
Zoom in
So
on
now
that
I have the book
chest.
itself. Look at that. Look at that chest. Okay, so this is instant replay, and can you see it good? Do I have to turn it a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
uh,
I can see it.
do you want to see it better? I love this book because I am a huge Miami Dolphins fan, and I always wanted. Matter of fact, I've got it in a few of my books. Anything to do with football. So I decided to write a romance all about a Miami Dolphins football player. And this became like this beautiful story that I'm getting such great reviews online about. I'm so excited about it. This is like my biggest selling book, number one. I think it's because of the cover, but that's another story.
I can't get past the cover.
Yes.
Getting high just looking
And
at it.
it's a love story. It's a second chance love story. And for me, that was always a fun thing to do, is a second chance, because in life it's always good to have a second chance. And I love the idea of people that are no longer together to finally get back together, and there's a secret child, and we get to
Ooh.
talk more about the Dolphins. And I, I don't know. The Dolphins going to the Super Bowl at the end was a big deal for me, because the Dolphins have to make it to the beyond the playoffs this year, so so my book can come true.
I'm not a huge football fan. I won't lie to you. Kids in my class do come in with a Dolphin jersey on. I know a little bit about them, but I won't pretend to know something I don't. But I'll go with it because I'm a gypsy.
But
Um,
then you're gonna want the book. So next Saturday we'll talk about that. So
yes,
next
I will
Saturday you'll have
educate
to.
myself on football more. It'll force me to get interested in it, or at least to gain more knowledge. But could you do us a big favor? Actually, it's more for me than for them. Could you read us the first page? Tease us a little bit with the
Ooh,
book?
sure, of course. Okay, okay. 11 years ago, if you pass the ball at this angle, I guarantee you will throw the ball farther. Well, I threw at him. I showed Lucas the angle to use. Football player. I just loved the game, and I was a huge Dan Marino fan. The way that man threw the pigskin with no effort whatsoever was so impressive. It's what I wanted for Lucas. Lucas was a great scrambler, but he had a problem throwing it downfield. Yes, we're in high school, but in 2 years, Lucas will be in college, where they always need the long ball. Yeah, but it feels weird on my arm this way. He moved his arm around, almost like it was hurting him. I know it wasn't, it just felt strange to him. I got behind him so I could put my arm on his shoulder the correct way. That's because you were doing it wrong. The way you were throwing, well, it'll give you a bad rotator cuff in less than 3 years. If you throw it this way, the way I showed you, he turned to me, stopping me from finishing my sentence. Why are you helping me? The way he whispered it made me shiver. Lucas always sounded older than he was, but now he sounded almost sexy. Because I want the team to win, I said with no conviction whatsoever. Nah, I have been awful to you, but now you're helping me. Why? I like you. I like to help. It's what I do. It makes me so nervous when he talks like this. I have had a crush on Lucas Payne for 5 years, maybe longer. But he never noticed me until his science teacher asked me to help Lucas with physics. Physics was why he was in the stadium today, with me, showing him how to throw a football better. That's a little sneak peek.
I have to get it now. Now, is this available also not just in book form but also in Kindle?
Yes, it is.
Can you tell us some more on how we could get the book?
Of course, yes. All of my books are available on Amazon. You can, if you go to amazon.com/author/ Sheila Fowler, you'll be able to find all of my books there. And all of my books are either on Kindle or in paperback. And then I do have a couple that are in hardcover, which I believe you bought last time.
I
You
did.
bought one of my books in
Meet
hardcover.
Virginia, which was lovely.
Yes.
I can't get over that book. I still have that book by my pillow, and I've read it a while ago.
Oh.
It's time to read a new book.
And you have Owen it to him, so which is the next book in that series.
That's right. I did. I read about Owen, and I've been dreaming about Owen for a while now. I'm waiting for my Owen to show up. I don't know. Maybe he's in Scotland. He's not here. And he's not on the dating sites either.
We all have to go to Scotland.
So Sheila,
Or
do you have
Miami.
a
Wait, or Miami, right? Or Miami.
Or Miami, that's right. Do you have a mailing list or a following list where people can follow you?
Yes, definitely. So on my website, I do. If you click at the very top, you can sign up to be included in my newsletter, which I send out once a week, and I give out little tidbits about my books, and I give out little freebies. I love giving out freebies. I'm big on freebies, and then I also tell you about where I'm going, what I'm going to be doing next, and what's my upcoming books. Like in this case, I've got another book that's coming out next month, as a matter of fact. So
You
I
work
just keep
fast.
writing. I just keep writing.
Yeah, you just keep. I love that. Keep swimming, right?
Yes, just keep swimming.
So I think I remember when I went on Facebook before, you interact a lot with your audience. And I remember seeing some kind of promotion for people to get the book, or maybe it was the other book about the heartbeats, that they could get, the
Yes,
first couple of people could get the book free, or maybe I'm saying it
yes,
incorrectly.
yes. Because right now I'm getting ready to start my first audiobook, which is, I mean, that's another cool thing to get into. Audiobooks are so incredible. And I found this amazing actress to be the narrator. She is she's been on NCIS. I mean, how did I find somebody who was on NCIS to be my narrator? It's so cool. Love it. So
I want to
she's
be
going to
you.
be having that. She's going to have that finished by the end of the month of next month. So it should be out in May. And so if you bought Two Hearts Beating, if you bought that book originally, you do get a discount when you buy the audiobook. So it's kind of cool. You can have them both, and then you can hear this wonderful narration. I mean, already what I've heard from her, because I've gotten, each chapter comes in slowly, and it makes me cry because she got it. She understood what I was trying to write, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful the way that she reads it, and I can't wait for everybody else to hear it, honestly. And then I've
It's
I've got an audio book coming up for this book as well. So uh, it's going to be fun. These are going to be fun things to do, just to get yourself out there a little bit more. I never thought I could do an audio book, and here I am. I'm doing 3 right now.
And if you think about it, Sheila, it's almost like I'm trying to say this so it conveys what I want to say. You're having a relationship with the character, with the print, but you're also having a relationship, and I don't mean relationship. I mean like platonic, but more so with the voice. That the voice is coming together for the character. The character is really coming to life. That is
Yes.
so exciting and so fascinating. I mean, I've thought about doing that with my poetry. I've never thought about it doing it that way, but that's something definitely to think of. It's taking it to a whole new level.
Yes, and I mean, there's an entire group of people on Audible, and they have this entire indie lit area. So they help promote it for you, which is wonderful. That's going to be wonderful for me because I'm an indie author, and it'll be a lot easier for me to get it out there to more people when they have a certain section there with just indie authors. That's really good. That's a really neat thing that they do for Audible and for us indie authors because of that.
And when you said that, you reminded me of advertising when you mentioned how they help out. And I know one of the things that you did, and you did it for me, was you gave me a review for my book. It was a beautiful review, and other people read it.
Oh,
And I always tell people that authors are like small businesses, that you invest in an author when you buy their book. And I always
yes,
encourage people to do a review. You don't have to be brilliant. You don't have to have a master's degree to do a review. You can take 10 minutes out of your day and just say the things you liked about it or what resonated. And you will make someone's day. You will make an
yes.
author's day. An author will sing every time they see a review. How's that? But and it's hard to get reviews. That is
It
difficult.
is,
It's very difficult. It's
and
one of the hardest
I
things.
I love every review I get, even the bad ones. I love getting them because I just love seeing people say, "I read your book," and I enjoy that. I enjoy, oh, you like my book. That's
It's a
awesome.
connection.
Thank you.
It's
Yes,
every
very much
person that
so.
reads your book is a connection to you.
Hmm.
So, one quick question. How'd you get those handsome models for your cover shots? You knew I was going to come back to that.
Well, I met Keith in Tampa last year, and he was on the cover of this book, and I just went, oh, I have to get him on the cover of my book. I met the photographer at the same time. They were at the event there, and we struck up a conversation. He says, "I'm doing this whole sports thing," and then that's where he found this picture here of Keith with holding the football. Right there. My mother even had to ask. She goes, "Is there what's? How do we know it's a football? It's a football, Ma. There's a
What
football."
does hubby think of that picture?
Um, he's okay with it.
He's like, I can do that too.
Yes,
He's a good sport. Pun
he
intended.
is.
Yeah, pun
Yes, and you'll
intended.
meet him on Saturday, as a
I
matter
would
of
love
fact.
that. So speaking of Saturday, not this Saturday, the following Saturday, right? To make sure I have it
Next
correct.
Saturday, correct?
Okay,
Yes.
tell us about next Saturday. What's going on?
So this was a really neat idea. I don't know. I just came up with. I was sitting down with a couple friends, Brenda and Heidi, and I said, "God, wouldn't it be cool to have a local event with local authors, and it wouldn't cost anything for anybody, not even the authors." And and I said, "Okay, well, let me see what I can do, what I can put together." So I went to. I live in a park that has about 600 people that live here. And we like to do events every weekend. And I'd go in and I said, well, hey, what about doing an author event and having people come in and getting to talk to the authors, and we'll do a Q&A with the authors, and you guys can just talk to them. I told them at first I was thinking about getting about 10 authors. Well, as Denise knows, we got up to 17 authors.
And I'm one of them.
I cannot believe that. I love it. I love that Denise is a part of this. And the cool thing was we have gotten to know these women, and they are all incredible writers. I've been reading all of their books too because of this. So it was so nice that, they got me crying. A couple of the women got me crying when they said, oh, we just love you for putting this together.
We do.
It has been a wonderful, wonderful thing for me to do, and a wonderful way to get to meet all of you guys. And and if anybody would like to come,
we have the
you can always
flyer.
email me.
Yeah, we
Oh,
have.
good. You got flyer.
We have. I don't know if they have the clip. If they could show the clip, we have a whole clip of the flyer. So we'll show it to you. And that is a good picture of me. I have to say, I finally found the picture that I wanted for a headshot.
I got
I
the
like
curls
how,
going on the hair. I might have to take a picture tonight because I got good hair going on tonight.
Yeah, the blonde is really coming through.
Yeah.
So to go to the book event, you don't have to live at your complex. You can be somewhere else. You can live anywhere else to come.
I wouldn't mind if it was somebody local, and if you'd like to come, you can email me.
Okay.
And I can get you the better information. So I think you have my email address, right?
Yes, I do. But I
Okay.
meant like for the public, if someone was watching
Yes.
this and they wanted to come, would they have to contact you first before they showed
They'd
up? Or?
have to contact me first.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. And they could contact you with the email below. So
Yep.
Okay, we could do that. And I think you said there'll be food there. Did
There
you say
will
there'll
be. They're going to have the hot dog cafe there, which is kind of cool. So they
I
have
love
hot
that.
dogs and chili dogs, and there's going to be dessert, and there's drinks and coffee and nachos. There's a little bit of everything there.
And each author will have their own table, and people can mingle with
Yes.
the authors if they want to. Even if they
Yes,
don't
they
buy the
can.
book, they can come and they can listen and enjoy
We
themselves.
hope that they'll buy. We're also doing a giveaway. You do have to be present to win, so that we're going to be giving away 2 sets of books. It's going to be kind of a cool little thing where everybody's got to go around to each table and get the authors to sign. And if they don't sign, you're not going to get it. You got to get every author to sign.
I love that. Are you going to be giving out any of your freebies, your beautiful bracelets or your anklets?
Oh, I might do that. I might do that. We'll have to
Yeah,
put that we might have to put that in the gift basket. That might be a good idea.
absolutely. That would make a nice I've been wearing your jewelry like crazy. And I heard you
Aw,
might
I
be
love my
baking a
gift.
key lime pie.
I
Some little
am
birdie
thinking
told me.
about it. I know.
So,
Might have to do that.
research your books, mostly the romance ones. Like, do you get inspired by specific authors, or do you just research in general? I wanted to ask you this last time, and I forgot to ask you.
It's kind of funny when I first started writing. My inspiration was there were 2 authors, and it's Devney Perry, and I read her books. They're the Runaway Road series, and I fell in love with those stories. They're just incredible. If you ever get a chance to read them, they are. It starts off with a car that the woman's driving, and they got to get this car to California, and it's a story about these 5 friends and how they were all runaways when they were younger, and then they all kind of find a home and find love in each different city, and they're really I really enjoyed reading that story, and then
Tearjerker, right?
they're all tearjerkers, yes. And then, of course, for any mystery lover, it's Janet Ivanovich. I love her Stephanie Plum novels. If you have not read Stephanie Plum novels, get out and read them now.
A lot of good
She's up to
summer
like
reading.
number 30.
Yeah, a lot of good summer stuff.
And
I'll be purchasing some books.
oh, she is. I love Janet Ivanovich because it's comedy as well. So it's a romantic comedy. It's got a mystery in it, and she's torn between two guys. You
Oh,
can't beat that. They're two really good-looking guys. One's a cop, and one's a bounty hunter. So it just it's really the really funny stories that she has with her grandmother. Her parents are funny. And it all takes place up in New Jersey, which I know that you would love. So
absolutely.
you would enjoy that. And if I had one of the books here, I would definitely bring it to you because you would have fun reading those
Well, I'll take
books.
a rain check, and I look forward to doing a lot of reading this summer. I that name sounds so familiar, that author's name. I wondered if I haven't read a book or two by that author. It just the name sounds super familiar. So if I wanted you to leave us with this, and because we talked about when you had a practice show, and it was called The Keys to Love, and what are your 3 keys to a loving relationship, whether it's a marriage, or it's a boyfriend girlfriend, or it's a girlfriend girlfriend, or a boyfriend boyfriend? What are your 3 keys to a loving relationship?
Okay, number 1 is communication. Number 2 is shared interest. And number 3 is never falling asleep angry, ever. Don't ever do it.
That's
That's
beautiful.
us.
I like that. And we know you're
And we've been
happy.
married. George and I have been married now for 23 years. We're going on 24
Congratulations.
this year. So it's everybody has their ups and downs, but we're we're a pretty happy couple here.
Well, you're doing
But
something
he's
right
sitting
because
out
you glow. You have a beautiful glow to your face. You always look happy. Your face is smiling, your eyes are smiling. So you're doing something right. And we all want that, I think. I do.
Well,
I do.
I said this, Denise. I turned 53 this year, and I'm not upset about that. Never been
Good.
upset about that
And you have a lot to look
because
forward to.
yeah, I look at myself and I go, you know what? I don't look bad for 53.
You don't look
I look
53.
pretty damn good for
You do. You look
53.
gorgeous.
Oh,
You
thank
look
you.
gorgeous, and you have so many things going for you, and you're definitely one of my mentors right now. So
Oh, I
age is
love you,
just a
Denise.
number, age is just a number. You have to go with your gypsy soul. We all
That's
have to go
right.
with our gypsy soul. So Sheila, I wanted to say thank you so much for being on my show again. I'm sure this is not the last that we've seen of you. People will definitely be getting your books. I know I will be getting more of your books, and hopefully they'll be contacting you for the book bash. Go to it. I hope you guys will vote for me on a title, because I'd love to hear your responses to that. And I wanted to
Can I
remind
pick
you.
mine?
Go ahead, say it again.
Looking for me. I want that one for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you for voting. I'll have to remember that. I wanted to remind you to follow your Gypsy Soul. Here's the choices again. And don't just survive, thrive, and find what makes you happy. And if you're in a bad situation or a sticky situation, or your air conditioning is off, try to find that light. Try to find that silver lining, because it's there. You may not think it's there, but you will find it. I promise. I'm going through that right now. Thank you for being part of my show. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you again. Very special guest, and next time, very different kind of guest. I will see you in 2 weeks. You guys have a great night and a great rest of the week. And if you celebrate Easter, happy Easter to you.